TV2, we proudly present Ohio High School Athletic Association state semifinal competition from St. John Arena in Columbus. Good evening and welcome along our cablecast. Tim Torelli along with Charlie Jones and Joe Heck, camera operator and director tonight, as we're coming to you from Ohio State University and St. John Arena, our proud presentation of the state semifinal matchup between Tusky Valley Trojans and the Triway Titans. The Triway Titans from Wayne County, of course, 22-4 on the season. Meanwhile, Tusky Valley Trojans under head coach Bob Von Kennel, 21-4. Triway coached by Randy Montgomery. Of course, Tusky Valley getting here via a win, a convincing win at the Ohio Convocation Center against Wheelersburg. Charlie and I had the opportunity to witness that, a very convincing win, as it was a good defensive game played by Tusky Valley, and they really pestered Wheelersburg and came away with that victory rather handily. And of course, they got a good game from Steve Franks in that matchup as well, the guard, the 5'9" sophomore. We're looking for play tonight from Steve Franks, Matt Edwards, Craig Taylor, Derek Vaughn, Dwayne Warnicki, and Darren Vaughn as the top 6 players. Of course, we'll see Aaron Rossetti, who handled the ball real well, and a nice roll off the bench on his end. As far as Triway, kind of setting you up on a little bit background on them, they had wins in regional competition over Oberlin, 63-57, and also Gates Mills Hawkins, 69-55 in their regional final matchup. Right now, let's join Charlie Jones, who had an opportunity to chat pregame with the head coaches of Tusky Valley and also Triway. Charlie, what's the feeling so far?
Okay, Tim, in talking to Coach Bobby Von Kennel and assistant Donnie Spinell before the game, they realize, of course, that they have arrived here at the big dance. My observation of the coaching staff for Tusky Valley, as well as some of the players I had a chance to chat with down on the floor before the ball game, is that they're handling it very well. They realize it's a big game, of course, but they're not overly, they're not getting overly excited about it, and I think that's good. You got to come into the ball game. You got to have your head on straight. You got to think about all the things that got you here. You got to keep doing those same things that have made you successful to get you here to this state semifinal basketball game. So I think Tusky Valley's in good shape. By the way, before I forget it, Tim, we'd like to congratulate Coach Bobby Von Kennel of the Tusky Valley Trojans. Bobby, of course, named co-coach of the year this year. So congratulations, Coach Bobby Von Kennel, for getting that Coach of the Year honor. I understand he shares it this year with Coach Coble down at Amanda Creek. I think the Trojans are ready, Tim. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope the red, white, and black bring it home, huh?
Very prestigious honor for Bob Von Kennel in Division III, we might add. And we're going to come back and give you a little bit more background on tonight's game and also take a look in depth at Triway. We'll do that right after you watch this. Well, we're edging closer to the opening tip-off of this afternoon's contest as the crowd really starts to get into it. Beautiful facility. Our pleasure to be here along with you. Tim Torelli, Charlie Jones, and Joe Heck. The Tusky Valley Trojans getting here on a tough man-to-man and matchup zone defense that has left many opponents this season baffled, including Wheelersburg. And the Trojans getting set to take on Triway. The Titans entering the contest with a 22-4 record. They're led by Larry Benning, who averages over 19 points per contest and hauls down 12 rebounds, and also Scott Slusser, who scores about 22 a contest. And that's going to be some big foe for Tusky Valley to work on. Charlie, what kind of game plan preparations has Tusky Valley made? Anything different, or do you think they're going to stick with basically what's got them here?
I think the latter is true, Tim. I don't think Coach Bobby Von Kennel, I think Coach Bobby Von Kennel is smart enough to know that you don't want to do anything drastically new when preparing for this type of basketball game. They've been successful in the past. They come in here, at 21-4. They just got to keep doing the same things that got them here, and that is aggressive defense and rebounding. Because this Triway team, I'm telling you, if you don't watch them, they can kill you on both the offensive and defensive boards. Now, Tim, let's go down to our national anthem.
Joe Heck providing the pictures from St. John Arena as we've just honored America with our national anthem. We're getting set for the opening lineups introduction here this afternoon. A 2 o'clock game start time. And we're going to check both lineups from both squads. As we mentioned, Scott Slusser, Larry Benning, two of the players to watch for. Scott Slusser will be wearing number 40. Larry Benning, number 42. Benning, 22 points per contest, 14 rebounds. Slusser, 21 point per contest average. Triway from Wayne County, and of course we're adjacent to our fine friends from Worcester, Clear Picture Cable Television, Mark Glasgow. Also right along next to us, we have Terry Cook and John Banton, who will be announcing the activity for the Wayne County viewers on Clear Picture Cable Channel 9.
Tim, I saw this Triway team play earlier in the season. I saw them play what is considered in Wayne County a real tough backyard rivalry, and that game was with the Waynedale Golden Bears. Keep in mind, Waynedale was something like 23-0 when they met Triway in the tournament. Now, during the regular season at Waynedale, Waynedale beat this Triway team by 10 points. When they met again in the district finals, I believe it was, the Triway Titans come out of that game by 1 point to the tune of 61-60. This big kid, well, they got him listed at 6'4", this Larry Benning. They got him listed at 6'4". I've seen him play, and he plays more like he's 6'7", 6'8", because I'll tell you what, he's a gorilla on the boards. He'll rip that ball off the rim. He won't take anything from anybody underneath. He'll be shoving, pushing. He's an animal under the boards. I'm sure Coach Bob Von Keno and Donnie Spinell know that, and I'm sure the Trojans are aware of that. So it looks to be a pretty good ball game. I think the key in the game is going to be if Tusky Valley can control the big people down low for Triway, then Tusky Valley should come out the victor.
Of course, tempo will be a key in this contest, and of course, we saw how Tusky Valley could control that with their fine defensive play at Athens, Charlie. So I guess if they stick with their program, things will roll pretty smoothly or pretty much close to the game plan.
Yeah, I think Tusky Valley definitely has the edge when it comes to backcourt play. Now, you talking about your guy in the pivot and your two guys down low. Triway does a lot of damage with their three guys underneath. So should Tusky Valley find a way to overcome that and control that, I think Tusky Valley should be the victor.
Getting set for the starting lineups introductions. Those are be coming at us here momentarily.
A lot of people are here from Tuscarawas County, Tim. You know, I've come to the state tournament every year. As a matter of fact, I've only missed one state tournament since 1966. But this year, because Tusky Valley's here, I see a lot of people from over around the Tusky Valley area that I haven't seen for years, and it's good seeing them all. I'm glad to hear back in the Trojans. Tusky Valley High School needs a shot in the arm like this. They're all unified. They're here back in their Trojans.
Something like this will rejuvenate the program for years to come. Very good to see for the Tuscarawas Valley Trojans.
Hell, they're in the, you know, they're in the state tournament. Plus Bobby Von Keno, Coach of the Year this year. They're riding a wave, big guy.
And now the opening lineups for the Triway Titans. Aaron Swisher, 8 point per contest average, number 34. Steve Franks, and we can't say enough about Steve. He had a great game against Wheelersburg, wearing number 11, 9 points per contest. Scott Slusser, averaging 21 points per game. There you see him, number 40, a 5'11 player. Matt Edwards, the 6'4 senior, wearing number 14, a 7 point per contest output. Curtis Bowers, 9 points per game. There you see him wearing number 44. And his counterpart wearing number 44, Dwayne Warnicki, a 6'3 senior, 9 points per game. Larry Benning, 22 points per game rather, 14 rebounds, wearing number 42. He's 6'4. Craig Taylor, number 30, 6'1 junior, 7 points per game. Nils Johnson, 11 points per contest is his average, number 30. He's 6'4. Derek Vaughn, number 34, 19 points per game and a 6'3 senior. So both teams match up pretty even, but as Charlie mentioned, look out for the very aggressive play of the Triway Titans. We're going to come back with the opening tip-off and the start of this afternoon's contest. We'll do that right after you watch this message. Today, our driving range is now open for the season.
Hey, we love Wilkshire Golf Course, don't we, buddy? Every time I want to take money off of Ronnie Wolf on the golf course, I say, hey, Ronnie, meet me at Wilkshire and bring your checkbook.
And isn't that the home of Jeff Willis now?
Home of Jeff Jughead Willis, a great American from Strasburg High School.
And we're off and running. The opening tip-off comes down to Triway in the form of number 34, Aaron Swisher. This is Slusser with the basketball. Slusser out top. Slusser will take it underneath the arc, shot short. Rebound goes out of bounds off of number 30, Nils Johnson, for the Tusky Valley rebound.
Chris Slusher, the guard there, Tim, for Triway, he's pretty tough too. Seeing him in that Waynedale game, he's a pretty good little ball player.
So now the Tusky Valley Trojans will start off. We're just underway. Steve Franks gets it over to Edwards. This is Franks out top. Tusky Valley right now filling out the way the defense will be formed against them. Edwards has trouble with it in the lane, loses out of bounds, but the possession will be retained by Tusky Valley. I think it went off number 42, Larry Benning. This is Franks. Franks drives the paint, up with a shot, off the back of the iron, got the good roll for the 2 points.
Well, that may be a good omen, Jimmy. Tusky Valley opens up on top on the drive by Stevie Franks.
And the shot the other way, no good. Rebound, strong rebound underneath by Tusky Valley in the form of Franks. And Steve will hold it up, set up the offense. Shot from outside by Edwards, no good. Rebound underneath by Bowers. Slusser pulls up with a shot, no good. It's going to be waved off. Shot didn't fall away, but an offensive charge is called. There you get a good look at Bob Von Kennel and Don Spinell across the way.
I'll tell you what a coaching tandem, huh? Von Kennel and Spinell. Don't forget, Donnie Spinell led the Claymont Mustangs down here back in 1979. So Donnie Spinell knows all about the atmosphere here at St. John's Arena. Donnie Spinell was pretty tough in his day, Timmy.
Von's shot, no good. What a rebound underneath the shot over the back of his head. Matt Edwards for the 2 points. Matt Edwards was really in an awkward position, Charlie, but found the glass.
Yeah, it was nothing to do but a little dipsy doodle, and he got it to drop. Hey, we got a foul on the big kid from Triway. A little push off against Larry Benning of the Titans.
So that'll chalk up the first personal on the afternoon. So Matt Edwards the other way, really getting Tusky Valley off with a good spark.
I think his Triway coach, Timmy, Randy Montgomery, hails from Coshocton, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me correctly.
This is Vaughn.
And I think the athletic director at Triway comes from Claymont, doesn't he? Kent Smith.
I'll have to check that ball went out of bounds. Goes back to Triway. Steve Franks with the initial drive couldn't get to go. Had a good strong drive in the paint. Just couldn't get the good portion of the roll off the rim for the 2 points. 4-0. Tusky Valley leads at 5:49 remaining here in the first quarter competition from St. John Arena. Shot out top, good by Slusser for the first 2 points for Triway. 4-2, Tusky Valley with the lead. This is Franks, now to Vaughn. Outside shot, up and in. Craig Taylor, number 30, with the 2 points.
Nice shot off the baseline that time. As long as Tusky Valley remains patient on offense like they were down at OU and plays that good in your face defense, they'll be all right.
This is Benning in trouble. Pass back out top. Swisher with the basketball. Swisher goes outside against pressure from Franks. Now dishes off to Bowers. Bowers double team, shot off glass too strong. Good position underneath by Edwards, who'd hold down the rebound.
I talked about that before tip-off, Tim. Tusky Valley can rebound. Tusky Valley's got a chance at a victory, and so far they're rebounding. Nice fake. Up, Benning is going to slap it into the Triway bench. How about that for an NBA block?
Almost thought Warnicki should have shot it when he had the opening there for a moment, but chose to drive it inside a little bit further. That time it gave time for Benning to come back and recover. Darren Vaughn, 41, checks into the contest, replacing Dwayne Warnicki. So the two Vaughn brothers are in. This is Edwards. Edwards looking over the defense. Ball lost momentarily, struggled for it. Triway comes up with it. Good pressure by Johnson to break it up. Pass down the floor. Nice position on the baseline. Good strong move by Bowers. Frank Sloan getting up off the deck. 6-4, Tusky Valley with a 2-point edge. 4:10 remaining here in the first.
Stevie Franks thought he might get a charge here. He got one in the chest, but the official says no, not enough contact. Traveling violation on Vaughn. It'll go to the Triway Titans.
So Triway has an opportunity to tie it up or go ahead by a point.
Well, it's a beautiful day down here in Columbus. As a matter of fact, let's hope it stays like this for the entire weekend for these state tournaments.
Beautiful afternoon. Oh, good job of breaking underneath loose was number 42. Benning,
Offense.
But offensive charge is going to wave that one off.
And that is 2 on the big guy. And if you're Bobby Von Kettle or Donnie Spinell or a Tusky Valley Trojan fan, you're glad to see that the big guy has got 2 fouls early in the ball game.
Get a look across the way at Randy Montgomery. Tusky Valley doing quite a good job. The second time they've drawn that offensive player control foul, so they're really establishing themselves nicely on defense. Franks out top with it. Franks drives.
Nice pass.
Oh, beautiful pass underneath. And a foul is going to be drawn that time against Triway. Good job by Vaughn.
I'll tell you what, Vaughn did a nice job, yes. But Stevie Franks, that was a nice pass in there to the open man.
And it had to be a bullet for that particular situation. Vaughn then ensued to draw the foul.
Stevie Franks reminds me a lot of Davy Joe Clugston that played for the Tusky Valley Trojans many moons ago.
So Darren will go to the line. Shooting 2, his first shot up and good. And what an impressive statistic the Tusky Valley Trojans had from the line against Wheelersburg, Charlie. That really got things up and running for them.
Oh, it sure was. I forget what the exact stats were, but it was phenomenal, their success from the foul line.
And Darren Vaughn once again picks up where they left off down at Athens. Makes good on his 2 points from the free throw line. 8-4, Tusky Valley with the lead. A little bit of token pressure put on by Tusky Valley. They'll set back now in their defense. Benning with the ball inside, passes away to Johnson. Johnson loses it momentarily. Up with a shot off glass, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Taylor. So far, Triway only getting 1 shot. Nice dish. Up with a shot off the board, good. Darren Vaughn.
That time he was in a lot of traffic, but he got it to drop, Tim.
And with that, Triway wants a timeout. Our score with 2:55 remaining here in the first quarter from St. John Arena. Tusky Valley leads it 10-4. We'll be back. With a great season. We hope to continue on the tournament trail as they would be back here Saturday afternoon, or Saturday morning, I should say, for championship play should Tusky Valley go on.
Okay, Tim, 2:55 remaining first period here from St. John's Arena. The Trojans on top by 6 to the tune of 10-4, and so far, Tusky Valley's done a good job on both the defensive and offensive boards.
And with that, that has allowed them to maintain their particular tempo. So we'll see how Triway can counter after that timeout. Shot no good by Slusser, and on the stick back, Johnson was fouled.
Foul out there, Tim, on number 14, Matt Edwards of the Trojans.
Matt Edwards chalks up his first personal. He has 2 points on the afternoon so far.
Everything has come together this season for Tusky Valley, Tim. Excellent season, excellent squad. Bobby Von Keno with the Coach of the Year honors. What more could you ask for at Tusky Valley High?
And Johnson's first point up and good. 10-5 now is the count.
I think the only other thing you could ask for at Tusky Valley High is having Ronnie Wolf come back and put on a shooting exhibition from the three-point line. Right?
I don't know if they're ready for that yet.
I don't think Ronnie Wolf's ready for it either.
Nils Johnson converts on his second attempt. 10-6 now the count. Tusky Valley with the lead. A great season as far as the way they peaked, too. For the most part, the majority of the season was well played. They had a little slump towards the latter stages, but then came right back to life when they needed to at tournament time, opening up with that win against Barnesville, and they have never looked back since. Franks from three-point range, up with a shot, couldn't get it to fall. Benning with the rebound. Quickly down court, but they're going to slow it up. Slessor's shot hits the back of the iron, no good. Good rebound that time by Taylor. Taylor dishes it off. This is Franks. Franks, beautiful pass to Edwards.
Nice pass, nice shot. Hey, Tusky Valley does that, buddy. They're on the way.
What an assist by Franks, who really never gave any indication he was going to go to Edwards, and that's what made the play work. Shot the other way, a blocking foul against Slessor by Tusky Valley. Boy, that was an incredible play on the other end.
The foul, Tim, was on number 41 at Tusky Valley, Darren Vaughn, for blocking.
So Darren chalks up his first personal on the afternoon. That was a shooting foul, so that'll give Slessor an opportunity to go to the line to shoot two. And there's been another good asset for Tusky Valley. They've had the good team concept, and that's why they have the scoring all the way through their entire roster as they do. And the assists are very even the whole way through.
Right you are, Tim.
Slessor converts on his first attempt. Second attempt good as well. So far, 4 for 4 from the line are the Titans. They've closed the gap now to 4, 12-8. A minute 51 remaining here in the first. Quickly down floor. Edwards lets it slip through his fingertips and out of bounds. They hurried that one just a little bit, and that'll give an opportunity now to Triway.
Bobby Von Kennel's wife. I talked to Bobby's wife, Beth, before the ball game. She's all fired up. She can't believe that she's back in St. John's Arena. As a matter of fact, her mother has not been in this arena since Strasburg was down here in 1967.
And the ball taken away that time by Tusky Valley. Edwards the other way off glass, good. Benning was traced down by several defenders that time as he had a hard time getting a handle on the basketball. That allowed Tusky Valley to really come up with a steal. Slessor drives the lane up with a shot, no good. Benning fights for the rebound, but he went over the back.
And that's number 3. That's 3 on the big guy.
Benning went over the back of Derek Vaughn. So a real battle going on underneath, but the wrong position in that case by Larry Benning. You get a good shot of the 6'4", 22-point per game player.
When you got a guy that averages 22 points a ball game, 14 rebounds, and he has just picked up his third foul in the first half, you got big problems. And they're sending a sub in for him. Good move by Coach Randy Montgomery of Triway.
Oh, that's quite a load to carry, especially for 3 quarters. That's now 1:10 remaining here in the first that Larry Benning is experiencing foul trouble. So that'll send Derek Vaughn to the free shot line.
That's really going to help Tusky Valley, Tim. 14 rebounds a game. I mean, if that ain't enough, 22 points a game.
So far, Tusky Valley 2 for 2 from the line. Missed that time by Derek. Triway comes down with a rebound. We're at a minute remaining here in the first quarter competition. Triway now with the basketball. They'll hold it up and set up their offense. They're down 14-8. Swisher looks for help. Has it underneath from Slessor. Shot no good. Couldn't get the benefit of the roll off the iron. Vaughn comes down the rebound, but passes away, intercepted by Johnson, and a foul going to be called against Tusky Valley.
That time just a little bit too anxious on the part of Tusky Valley. I just realized something, Tim. How are we going to get halftime stats if we're way up here in the balcony?
Well, Charlie, you're going to walk down the 4 flights of stairs for us, aren't you?
Now, wait a minute. You know how old I am, buddy.
Yeah, but you're more physically fit than I am. You referee all those games.
I've never been up this high, buddy.
Ball goes out of bounds. Possession retained by Triway. This is pretty high. Our pleasure to be here. Really a wonderful and exciting experience for us as well as the players. This is Slessor in trouble. Bowers was open all underneath, but I think he caused himself trouble by putting the ball down on the floor.
Stevie Franks out there with the basketball does a good job of quarterbacking his ball team, doesn't he?
He sure does. We're down to 18 seconds now. Tusky Valley will look for the choice shot here to end up things in the first quarter. Pass intercepted that time by Slusser, who had the good angle on it and almost didn't get it to drop, but made the bunny though.
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. Tusky Valley could have held on the ball, taken that last shot. Could have been up by 8.
This is Franks, who walked with it at the horn. Slusser did a good job. He was just kind of laying back and saw it out of the corner of his eye and went for the steal, and that kind of gives a momentum shift here to Triway, as they are now down by only 4 points at the end of the first quarter, 14-10. Charlie and I will be back with more right after you watch this. At the end of the first quarter competition, Tusky Valley leads at 14-10. And they'll come out with the ball on offense to start things here in the second. Tim Torelli along with Charlie Jones. Hope you're enjoying the action.
Triway, Tim, laying back in his zone to begin the second period of play. Tusky Valley being patient, trying to feel him out. Shot, three-pointer.
No good by Vaughn. And we're going to have a foul whistled underneath off the rebound as Bowers got the basketball. Let's check out who the foul's going to be hard. And Darren Vaughn gets registered with the foul, his second personal on the afternoon. Fourth team foul for Tusky Valley at this point in the contest. 7:27 remaining here in the second. Hope you're enjoying the action from St. John Arena, Columbus. Slusser with the basketball out top. This is Strong into the lineup. Don Strong. Bowers with the basketball. Back out top to Swisher.
You know, Triway being a little more patient here in the second period than they were to start the game. Basket's good. We got a foul on Vaughn. Possible three-point play.
Curtis Bowers goes in for the drive, scores the 2 points, and will go to the line to possibly convert on the three-point opportunity now. Derek Vaughn gets his first personal on the afternoon as you get a look down below at Curtis Bowers, who averages 9 points per game. Curtis Bowers, 6'5" in stature, up with a shot, converts on it. So now, 1 point lead by Tusky Valley. We're to the 7-minute mark here in the second. This is Craig Taylor. Steal attempt that time by Slusser. Ball on the end line. Possession will go back to Tusky Valley.
Tusky Valley still all right, Tim. Got to be patient. Got to get the good shot like they have in the past.
This is Franks, who's left wide open. Shot, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound underneath, no good. With the stick back by Taylor, the ball goes out of bounds off of Tusky Valley to Triway. Well, that time defensive play was overplayed by Scott Slusser, who left Franks all alone, and he couldn't get the shot to fall from about 13 feet.
Tusky Valley still going to stay in that man-to-man.
This is Bowers. Now you see Swisher with the basketball. Also in the lineup, Don Strong, number 50. On the left wing, Tusky Valley guarding against Triway. This is Johnson. Johnson looking for help. Dishes inside. Loose basketball, good defense. Vaughn comes up with it. Darren Vaughn loses a handle on it. Ball goes out of bounds off of Darren. He touched it last. Triway will get possession.
Yeah, well, that time he got caught in a lot of traffic, Tim. It might have been wiser that time to maybe slow it up, bring it back out front, work for the good shot. But when you get anxious like that, all you want to do is go to the iron.
Give credit, too, to Triway, because they really came down quickly and regrouped defensively to force that one. 14-13. 5:45 remaining here in the second. Tusky Valley with the lead. Now Triway a little bit more patient on offense.
Yeah,
Johnson.
A lot more this quarter.
Johnson drives up with a shot against two defenders off the glass and scores. Johnson now with 2 points.
And Coach Bobby Von Kettle says, hey, let's call timeout and talk about it, Timmy. So at the 5:27 mark of the first half, the score, Triway 15, Tusky Valley 14. We'll be back after this timeout.
The Zor Tavern salutes the Tusky Valley Trojans on their tournament success. Open 7 days a week for your lunch and dining pleasure. Relax and enjoy. The Zor Tavern, located in historic Zor Village.
That's right, Timmy, and every time Walker Haglock gets done golfing at Wilkshire, where does he usually end up?
The Zor Tavern.
At the Zor Tavern. You can bet your sweet bippy on that, right?
That's where the phone calls usually originate from when he needs me for a ride home.
Right, like, hey, Timmy, can you come get me? Hey, Charlie, send me some bail money, something like that, right?
That's it exactly.
Hey, let's go Trojans.
Tusky Valley now with the basketball, 15-14. They're down by a point. Long-range shot that time, no good by Vaughn. Rebound by Triway. And a foul on the play. Whistled against Tusky Valley, going the opposite direction. Was whistled against, or on Bowers, I should say. He drew the foul.
Yeah, this, oh man, we got to go Trojans. I hope the Trojans pull this out. This brings back memories, big guy. About 22 years ago. Oh, Strasburg High was down here. 21 years ago, hell, I can't count.
Dwayne Warnicki, number 44, the personal foul. His first personal on the afternoon. As you see Bowers sink his first one from the line, he'll get an opportunity to shoot the bonus. He's 2 for 2 from the charity line so far. Up with a second attempt, good as well. And of course, teams at this stage of the tournament trail, you're going to see a lot of good foul shooting on both sides. And when you don't, that's when the game will be in question, certainly. Vaughn thought about the three-pointer. Taylor shot no good. Rebound underneath by Warnicki, up with a shot. Couldn't get it to fall, but he was fouled.
You notice the Tide, since the big guy from Triway sat down earlier in the ball game with 3 personals, Triway has done a good job and come back to go on top of Tusky Valley. You know, you don't think of things like that, but that's the nature of the game. I see the brain trust of the Claymont Mustangs down there. Coach Jim Riley and assistant Mike Wright. They had a good season this year, didn't they?
Absolutely. A lot of individuals from Tuscarawas County and the various sports programs down here taking in all the activity. And Dwayne Warnicki converts on both free throws. 17-16 now. Tusky Valley down by a point. Just under 5 minutes here in the second quarter.
Tusky Valley out there pressing, playing that good man-to-man defense.
This is Slusser with the basketball now. He'll bring it a little bit closer in.
I think the intentions, you got traveling right there, buddy.
Don Strong, but I think that was brought about by good defense. As Strong had to really make a quick move to evade the Tusky Valley Trojan defense that time.
Little traveling music let's play for that guy, huh?
The bags are packed. 4:33 remaining here in the second. Tusky Valley now with a chance to go back out on top. Dish underneath. Pass momentarily lost by Warnicki. Tusky Valley retains possession. This is Franks who had it batted away. Good job by Slusser. Slusser quickly down the floor the other way. Shot up off glass, good. Slusser now with 8 points on the afternoon.
Coach Bob Bonkeno thought he traveled a little bit there under the iron, wanted to call, but did not get it from the official.
Triway leads at 19-16. Shot up and good by Tusky Valley. Dwayne Warnicki with the 2 points. Good move underneath. He was under a lot of pressure.
That was a grunt shot. A lot of traffic, muscled his way up, got it to go through the iron for him. Tusky Valley down by 1.
Good job defensively by Franks. Ball went off his leg out of bounds as he forced Swisher to use up his dribble. Also like to send out congratulations to Dick Swinterman on his reserve squad fine season this year. Good supporting cast for the Tusky Valley varsity and a good basis for the program in the years to come as well that he's set up.
Yeah, Swinterman, Dick Swinterman does a good job, doesn't he?
Sure does. Shot no good that time by Slusser. Tusky Valley with the good defense underneath with the rebound. They're down by a point, 19-18. We're at the 3:30 mark here in the second. Tusky Valley now looking a chance to push it ahead. Good move by Taylor, who sought the position underneath. banked it off the glass and scored. He really squared himself up nicely.
Well, Tusky Valley goes on top again in this ball game, 20-19 at the 3:10 mark, first half. Backdoor baseline jump shot.
Slusser shot, no good. Rebound by Vaughn. Quickly ahead to Franks. Franks with pressure by Slusser, who did a great job. Great individual effort that time to come down and contain it. Quickly back the other way. Shot no good by Johnson, but rebound by Tusky Valley. And we've got a foul underneath by Johnson.
Boy, I tell you what, Donnie Spinell on that Tusky Valley bench come leaping off that bench thinking that the official did not see the foul, and just as Donnie was ready to discuss the situation with the official blew it. So now Donnie says, okay, all right, you caught it. I'll sit down. Next time I'll get excited.
Good job underneath by Tusky Valley that time. David Euler, 5'10 junior, is into the lineup. Another good model role player off the bench as well, all season long for Bob Von Kettle. Euler shot up and good. He calmly sinks it. We'll get an opportunity to shoot the back end of the 1-and-1 situation. 21-19. Tusky Valley now with the lead. Euler's shot gets the benefit of the good roll. Good topspin that time, sent it through the cords. 22-19. Tusky Valley with the lead. Slusser with the basketball, turns around, under pressure, goes over top of Craig Taylor for the 2 points.
If I'm not mistaken, Tim, this Chris Slusser, number, what is he?
Scott Slusser.
Scott Slusser for Triway. If I'm not mistaken, he was either first or second team All-State. I just read it a couple days ago in the newspaper. Dwayne Wernicke with the two-pointer for the Trojans.
Dwayne Wernicke with a great job, once again, in traffic, but positioned himself nicely underneath the boards. Slusser the other way, shot no good. Good job by David Euler to get in there for the strong rebound. And he draws the foul. And that'll go against Curtis Bowers. Charlie, as you mentioned, Scott Slusser, good standout for Triway. He averages 21 points per game. 3-point lead by Tusky Valley, 24-21. So we'll walk it the other way. David Euler will get a chance now to go to the free shot line once again. What a game here just a couple nights ago between CSU and Ohio State. Buckeyes coming away with a 6-point edge in that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, the old Buckeyes scared me that night, buddy, but they pulled it out of the fire. Now they go down to New Mexico to play the Lobos.
And first attempt up and good.
Tusky Valley continue to dominate from that charity stripe.
7 out of 7 so far is their pace. And Euler shot no good that time.
Maybe we talked him out of that one. Tusky Valley still playing in that man-to-man defense. This is Slusser. 25-21, Trojans by 4. Looking inside, can't get it. Slusser, baseline drive, stumbles, puts it up.
Slusser, what a move. Unbelievable the way he kept his balance. He was fortunate just to do anything and came up to draw the foul. Willie Jackson, number 12, into the lineup for Triway. Dwayne Wernicke gets tagged with a personal foul.
And
Dwayne now with his second.
I think Matt Edwards, Matt Edwards, number 14, coming back in for the Trojans.
There you get a good shot at Matt. Scott Slusser will go to the free shot line. He's 2 for 2 from the charity line so far this afternoon. Goes up with his first shot, good. Has 11 points now to his credit. Scott Slusser now looking for point number 12. Gets it. 25-23, 2-point edge for Tusky Valley.
Triway in beautiful downtown Shreve, Ohio, right? Right outside of Worcester.
In wonderful Wayne County.
Yep, home of Kim Jones, daughter of the Mellow Tones of Charlie Jones, also cheerleader at Waynedale High School.
Franks up with a shot. Good job to drive through the lane. Brought himself in great position for the easy shot.
Stevie Frakes loves to penetrate, and he loves to shuffle it up in a lot of traffic. That time successful.
27-23. Slessor shot, short. Rebound, this is Jackson. Jackson loses it out of bounds, but possession will be retained by Triway as they rule it went off of Vaughn. Get a good shot across the way of the Tusky Valley cheering contingent.
Oh, John Hurst. You know John Hurst, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
The girls' coach at Tusky Valley.
Pass was intended for Jackson. And we're going to have a foul whistled against Jackson of Triway. As the players collide, go into the press bench across the way and scorer's table.
Talking to John Hurst before the ball game, Tim, he's all fired up, buddy. He's living and breathing these Trojans. He's here backing them, buddy. And he, by the way, had a successful campaign with his girls team this year.
Absolutely, he certainly did. Matter of fact, we saw John down at Athens and sat right behind our cablecast location. Shot no good that time by Tusky Valley. David Euler misses.
7-9, Tusky Valley, huh?
27-23, Tusky Valley leads. The ball goes out of bounds. Good defensive pressure that time. Forced to play. Triway loses it to TV. Craig Taylor will inbound the basketball. This is Franks, brings it across the timeline. We'll set action up here.
I think they're going to sit on it till the half to end the first half, till the buzzer to end the first half, Tim. Oh, see, that shows you how much I know.
Vaughn shot no good. Stick back, up, no good. Rebound by Jackson, who dishes it out. And this is Slessor, who will calmly bring it across the timeline. 22 seconds remaining here in the second. Slessor with it. And they're going to whistle a foul against Craig Taylor, I do believe.
Yeah, that'll put Slessor at the line for a one-on-one, Tim, and he's pretty tough in that foul line. There you get a good shot of Slessor at the free throw line.
Scott 4 for 4 in the afternoon so far from the charity line. Makes good on his 5th attempt. Well, I tell you what, it's apparent that he's not the one to foul.
And he's got 13 points so far in the ball game, buddy. Pretty quick, ain't I? You know how I know that? Looking right there at that scoreboard.
And now has 14 to his credit. Perfect from the charity line. 6 for 6 from there. 8 seconds remaining. Franks with the basketball. Traffic. Franks back out top. Shot at the horn, no good. And that'll end up things here in the first half of action. Tusky Valley will go into the St. John Arena clubhouse at halftime, 2-point leaders, 27-25. Charlie and I will be back with the first half summary and the second half of action right after you watch this. In Columbus, Tim Torelli, Charlie Jones, and Joe Heck, camera operator and director here this afternoon, as we're proud to present the Tusky Valley Trojans in matchup against Triway Titans in this state semifinal matchup. At halftime, Tusky Valley leads by a count of 27-25. Taking a look at some first half shooting stats for the Tusky Valley Trojans. Shooting 43% as far as their field goal percentage is concerned. Meanwhile, Triway 35%. 100% average is what Triway is shooting from the free throw line this afternoon. Tusky Valley, on the other hand, has only missed 3. They're shooting 70%. We'll be telling you more details as we go along. Triway losing the initial possession to start off things here in the second half of Tusky Valley, so TV will get an opportunity here to compound their lead. They currently are out by 2 points, 27-25 on top of Triway. This is Craig Taylor. Taylor with the basketball, looks for some help, and he walked. He used up his dribble that time and extended himself a little bit too much off his pivot foot. So that time the ball will go right back to Triway. Good look at Slessor bringing the ball down court. Slessor now with the basketball. Stops up, just tucks himself underneath the foul shot line. Shot no good, rebound by Vaughn. Vaughn with the good strong carom. Dishes it over to Franks. Franks with it across the timeline. Edwards to Vaughn. Vaughn turnaround jump shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound fought for by Taylor, who puts it right back up and in. Craig Taylor now with his 6th point this afternoon. Other scores for Tusky Valley includes Dwayne Warnicki with 6, Matt Edwards with 6, Steve Franks with 4 points to his credit, and Darren Vaughn with 4. Meanwhile, David Euler has 3 points. Shot up and good by Curtis Bowers. Good job to improve his position on the baseline, then tick it up over the defense. 29-27. Tusky Valley with a 2-point edge. 6:30 remaining here in the third quarter of competition. Dish inside. Shot up too strong by Taylor. As Benning, of course, is back in the ball game. He was hampered with some early foul trouble, and he's kind of hampered their scoring attack somewhat. Of course, that's the case whenever you lose a 22-point score for the major portion of the first half of action. Slesser, dish inside. All alone underneath was Nils Johnson. Good job to deal the pass inside tight. 29-29, we're all knotted up. 5:49 remaining. This is Edwards from long range, outside shot, no good. Gets his own rebound though. Good follow and draws the foul. Who they're going to whistle it against? Benning was in the vicinity, but I don't think he's going to get tagged for it.
No, he's not, Timmy, but he was looking at the official, hoping that it wasn't against him, because it had it been, that would have been 4 on the big guy who sat out a big part of that first half. I had to run all the way down to the press room, all the way back up here to the balcony. I feel like I just ran about 5 miles.
Oh, did I tell you about the elevator?
Yeah, but you got to have a key.
Oh, I forgot to give it to you. Sorry, Charlie.
You got it?
Yes.
I can't believe you just made me do that.
No, I don't have it.
Geez, am I getting old?
You think they didn't trust me with a key to the elevator at the St. John Arena? Matt Edwards converts on 2 shots from the charity line. Or 1 shot, I should say. 30-29 now is the count.
Tusky Valley, 10 out of 23 from the floor in the first half for a 44% shooting, which is not too bad. Foul this time on Tusky Valley. The Triway Titans in the first half, Tim, were 7 out of 20 from the floor for 35%. So, you know, that's not too good. Tusky Valley shooting well in the first half of play.
Darren Vaughn checks back into the lineup. Sitting down will be Matt Edwards. As Triway gets set to inbound the basketball underneath their own hoop. They do so successfully. This is Swisher. Bowers out top to Slesser with a shot. No good. Rebound underneath. Retrieved by Swisher. He goes back up with it and sinks it. Aaron Swisher averaging 8 points per contest, now with 2 points to his credit thus far. Franks drives the lane, goes up with a shot, had it blocked. So quickly in the transition down the court, this is Slesser. Up off glass and good. Now Triway with that field goal goes on top 33-30.
And Coach Bob Bonkeno wants a timeout, Tim. So with 4:57 remaining, third period of action here from St. John's Arena. The score, the Triway Titans 33, the Tusky Valley Trojans 30. We'll be back after you watch this.
This portion of the game is being brought to you by the Village IGA Food Liner, Wilkshire Hills, Bolivar, your complete supermarket. We're here to serve you, open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, and Sundays, 10 to 6. That's the Village IGA Food Liner in Wilkshire Hills, Bolivar.
Tusky Valley, the first half of play, 7 out of 10 from the free throw line for 70%. And for Triway, from the charity stripe, let's see here. First half, total free throw percentage, sweet banana. They were 11 out of 11 from the line. Is that right?
Yes, that's true.
That's according to my official stats that I almost passed out on running down and back to get.
Oh, quickly down the court. This is Warnicki. Somehow lost position underneath as good defensive pressure by Curtis Bowers to block him underneath there. And Bob Von Kennel is upset across the way. He did want a foul as he insists that Bowers pushed him underneath the backboard to lose his position. Ball broken up inside, and we're going to have a foul as we make our way down the court. Good defensive pressure that time by Tusky Valley.
33-30, Tusky Valley down by 3, but still early here in the second half, so it's still anybody's ball game. Tusky Valley's got to get the good shot, make sure it goes through. That time, Stevie Frank's just a little bit too impatient, trying to get the pass off, so it's Triway basketball.
So we trade turnovers, 33-30. Triway leads it. Ball broken up by Vaughn. Vaughn quickly, a 3-on-1 fast break. He'll take it all the way up with a shot and scores.
He had the whole court to himself, Tim. Took his time, put in the easy full court layup.
And a good job by his other two players who came down the court to kind of just stave off that pressure. Foul will be whistled against Dwayne Warnicki, number 44.
Bobby Von Kennel saying, hey, Mr. Official, you're calling the little bump foul down at that end, but down here when my man got hammered, you didn't call it. Bobby Von Kennel, co-coach of the year. Co-coach of the year. Congratulations to Coach Von Kennel.
Shot in and out, it hangs up there, but Vaughn comes up with a rebound off the shot by Slusser.
Pass inside, off the glass, Timmy.
Up with the 2 points, Tusky Valley.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this trend continues, it's going to go down to the wire. Triway coach Randy Montgomery says, timeout, timeout. Nobody sees him inside Benning. We got a foul called against Tusky Valley.
Dwayne Warnicki, who scored down the other end, now has 8 points to his credit. And we've got a timeout on the floor, as Triway will be tagged with it. They want to talk things over. So with that, 3:22 remaining here in the third quarter of action. Tusky Valley leads it by a point, 34-33. We'll come back with more right after you watch this. This game is being brought to you by the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, the J.C. Penney Company, Parkway Nissan, Lincoln Mercury, Ron's Heating, DeLong Lehigh, Brandt's Sugar Creek Heating and Air Conditioning, Hicks Company, Cummings, Ohio, Andrews, Wilkshire Golf Course, the Village IGA Food Liner, the Zor Tavern, Barnhart TV, and Amish Acres of Ohio. Remember, your pharmacist is a vital link between you and your doctor, so naturally you want someone you know and trust. At the Twin City Pharmacy, we have the pharmacist with the experience, knowledge, and consideration that you'd expect. Besides our pharmacy service that keeps all your medical records for your tax and insurance purposes. We also carry a complete line of Hallmark cards and gifts. That's the Twin City Pharmacy, a place with familiar faces on Grant Street in Denison.
Okay, Tim, you do a fine, fine job with those name mentions, don't you, buddy?
I try to, Charlie. Until the phone starts ringing on Monday morning, then we'll know just how good of a job we did. 3:19 remaining here in the third. Tusky Valley with the 1 point edge. Triway with the basketball now coming off that timeout. Benning with the move, jams it home. What a move on the baseline for the big man.
That might just fire him up, Tim. The Triway people came out of their seats when the big guy jammed it down.
And Benning knocks it away, but it'll go back to the possession of Tusky Valley. I tell you what, Benning's been silent due to the fact of his foul trouble, but he really got back on the track in a big way.
He can get off the floor, can he, for only 6'4"?
And he had quite a move there on the baseline. So Triway goes out on top by a point. Tusky Valley with the deficit of 1, 35-34. The Titans lead it. Frank's out top, shot no good. Ball pulled down by Curtis Bowers, number 44.
Tusky Valley down by 1, 35-34. 2.5 minutes remaining, third period.
Bowers to Benning, who goes home.
That's two by slamma-jammas in a row for Benning. That time the lane wide open and he jammed it down.
And I'll tell you what, that was almost set up by Bowers, who did a nice job to dish it off to him. Benning comes back the other way with the reject, but a foul is going to be called on the play.
And that will be number 4. Right on Benning.
That is number 4.
Now he has got to be extremely careful the rest of the way out. 2 minutes remaining, third period. Tusky Valley at the free throw line, down by 3.
And you see what kind of an important asset he is to that Triway lineup. Wow. First attempt no good. Off the back of the iron by Edwards. Don Strong, number 50, into the lineup to replace Benning, who breathes a breath of life into the Titans. And the second shot no good as well.
Boy, both those missed shots, Tim, hurt. That could have put Tusky Valley down by 1 had he made both of them. Triway gets a bucket here. Tusky Valley's going to have to think about it. That'll put him down by 5.
Good job by Vaughn with the defense. Stuck it out of bounds off of Aaron Swisher's shot. Bowers will be the trigger man. Bowers to inbound the basketball, looking for help. Gets it to Swisher. To Swisher. Shot at the top of the key by Slusser. No good, but he was fouled.
No offensive foul on Slusher, they say, Tim. Offense.
So that player control foul will turn it over to Tusky Valley.
And that'll be what? Foul number 2 on Slusher, I think.
Slusser gets tagged with the second, that's correct. Good job by Edwards. Frank's out top that time to draw the player control foul. This is Frank's out top. Vaughn outside, shot no good. Rebound underneath by Bowers.
Boy, Tusky Valley needs one bad about this time. They need to stop Triway on this possession, get it back down court, put it in themselves to make it a 1-point gap. 1:07 remaining, third period.
Triway happier at this point just to spread things out. This is Bowers. Bowers drives inside, finds a lot of trouble. Good job by Tusky Valley defense. Quickly down the floor to Edwards. Up with a shot, no good. As Triway converged with 2 players on the defensive pressure. Golden opportunity that time.
Well, you're right. He just jammed it against the iron. He had more time than he thought he did, Tim, so he rushed it a little bit.
Shot no good by Slusser.
Be number 30 from Triway with the over-the-top type foul.
Nils Johnson gets tagged with it. We're down to 31 seconds here in the third quarter of action. At the end of the first quarter of action, it was Tusky Valley with the lead 14-10. And in that second stanza, it was Triway outscoring Tusky Valley 15-13, although TV went in with a 2-point edge at halftime. Shot up and good by Tusky Valley as they reignite from the charity line.
They need them both, big guy. They need them both. Donnie Spinell over there, the assistant coach for head coach Bob Bonketto. Like I say, Spinell was here in '79 with the Claymont Mustangs, who ended that season, I think, about 20-2 for the Mustangs that season. Of course, Spinell, was one of the leaders on that squad, one of the catalysts. Offense foul, offensive, Tim. Tusky Valley will get the basketball back. And Coach Randy Montgomery says to the official, what's wrong with you? You crazy or what? Did not agree with that call, Coach Montgomery of the Titans.
You don't see that one too often, as they were coming back down the other way with it. But that's at least the third player control foul, possibly even the fourth one we've seen against Triway so far this afternoon.
Exactly right.
So Tusky Valley really digging in on defense as far as their positioning is concerned. This is Franks.
Franks has been kind of quiet here most of this third period, hasn't he?
Shot no good. Rebound gets tipped back to Tusky Valley as Edwards came up with it.
And by the way, we have not had a three-pointer so far in the ball game.
Vaughn from just inside the arc, no good. Turnaround jump shot by Taylor, put back up, no good. This is Vaughn. Vaughn sneaks around the defender, up off glass, no good. And the quarter, 3 consecutive shots, couldn't get him to fall. So that'll end up things here in the third stanza. Our score, Triway leads at 37-35 over TV. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after you watch this. Remember, now you can pick them and play them at Brandt's Drive-Thru on West High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Your authorized Ohio lottery sales agent. Of course, stop in, pick up all your refreshments, and right next door, choose from hundreds of great movies in stock, as it's Brandt's Video right next door. One convenient location, Brandt's Video and Brandt's Drive-Thru on West High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Stop in, say hello to Ned and his fine crew today, fine supporters of our area high school athletics. As you get a look across the way at some of the coaching staff that made it down, Greg Zimmerman, Mick McAfee, also Dan Roseberry, amidst the viewers here at St. John Arena in Columbus. Tim Torelli along with Charlie Jones, and Joe Heck, we're proud to be along with you here this afternoon. Tusky Valley now down by 2 points, 37-35.
And the arrow is going in favor of Tusky Valley, so they'll get a chance to dump one in to tie the score to begin the fourth period. Franks from three-point range, shot rolls in and out, Benning with the rebound. Boy, I wish that beauty would have dropped, big guy. It's do or die time now. We're coming down to the last two numbers. The last two numbers of the big dance here.
Scott Slusser with the 2 points off the pretty jump shot. 39-35, 4-point edge. Vaughn inside was fouled under pressure. Foul will go against number 34, Aaron Swisher, his second.
Need two here, need both of these free throws. And we might want to mention, I want to wish Coach Jeannie Ford, you know, a Tuscarawas County native, played it down at Midvale. He's got his Cambridge Bobcats in the state tournament this year. I think he comes in with a record of about 20-5. So good luck to Jeannie Ford and his Cambridge Bobcats.
Second attempt up and good as well. So Derek Vaughn completes both those free shots. 37-39. Tusky Valley down now by 2 points under some pressure by Tusky Valley against Triway. They were in trouble momentarily, but Slusser comes in for relief.
Yeah, I think they want to have the ball in the hands of Slusser in times like this. He's the quarterback of that ball club.
Benning to Slusser. Slusser drives around, up with a shot, no good. Benning with a tip back, no good. Rebound underneath by Vaughn.
Tusky Valley can tie it. Take a look at the red, white, and black, Timmy, from Tusky Valley in the cheer section. They're on their feet saying, we need a bucket. Underneath.
Vaughn inside was blocked off to any continuation of going through that lane by Benning. Ball will go out of bounds off of Benning, though. Tusky Valley will retain possession. They'll work it now once again out top. This is Franks. Vaughn. Shot up and good for 2 points.
And that'll do it. That'll tie it up at 39 apiece. Under 7 minutes to play.
Derek with just 1 foot on that arc. So that knots things up at 39 apiece. Shot inside, no good to Benning. Actually, the entry pass. And coming across the other way is Slusser to steal it. Benning will slam it home. It was questionable for a moment, but you can't let Benning all alone underneath.
Oh, guess what? Guess what just happened? Bobby Von Kennel told the official that he was hanging on a rim. It should have been a technical. One of Bobby's players thought he was asking for a timeout, so Bobby got stuck with a timeout.
So we'll take the opportunity to go back to our studio. 6:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Triway leads at 41-39. We'll be back after you watch this. Wilkshire Golf Course, proud sponsors of the Tusky Valley Trojans, is located off the Bolivar exit on I-77. Our 18-hole golf course has a complete pro shop, club, and cart rental available. Swing by today. Our driving range is now open. I'd like to recognize the Tusky Valley cheerleading squad, and they include Lisa Bowers, Lori Bixel, Jennifer Wansettler, Susie Ackerman, Kathy Mostetler, Michelle Levengood, Tanya Fulton, Wendy Jackson, and the advisor, Regina Fishley.
All right, that sounds like a winner.
Congratulations to all those young ladies, and word of thanks to all of them as well for all their hard efforts throughout the course of the season, as they do a great job as catalyst in encouraging the crowd.
Well, Tusky Valley with the basketball, Tim.
And
They're down by 2.
Ben Benning, kind of a catalyst for Triway, with 6 of his points via the slam dunk route, and shot no good that time. Quickly down the floor, this is Slesser, pulls up, shot off glass, and scores.
That time Tusky Valley forgot to get back on defense, Tim. Just a quick pass down court.
43-39 now is the count. Vaughn drives inside, baseline up with a shot off glass and good. Nice movement inside by Derek Vaughn.
Yeah, we're getting down to crunch time here at the 5:40 mark of the ball game. Tusky Valley still hanging tough. It's still anybody's ball game.
Plenty of time. Pass underneath intended for Benning, but somehow it came back to Triway. Shot no good, as that was probably about the only option for Johnson, who was kind of surrounded by Tusky Valley players and no open Triway Titans. So Tusky Valley comes up with a rebound. Benning tries to go for the steal, and it goes out of bounds, but they're going to rule Tusky Valley keeps it. Benning touched it last. Tusky Valley 21-4 on the season. This is Vaughn, left all open from 18 feet, scores.
I think he likes that spot on the floor, Tim. That's 2 in a row he's made from right there. 43-43.
Derek Vaughn really showing that he's starting to get his rhythm. He has 8 points all in the fourth quarter. 2 from the line. Slesser up with a shot, no good. Rebound, or I should say a foul, whistled against Craig Taylor as he went up for it. So that'll put Slesser to the free-shot line.
The winner of this game, Tim, will play Saturday at what time?
Saturday at 10 a.m., I do believe. We'll have to check that.
Okay.
Slesser shooting 2. First attempt up and good. Slesser amazing from the charity line so far, 7 out of 7.
Hey, he's a great athlete and a great basketball player.
And makes good on his 8th out of 8.
All-around ball player, too. Plays defense, handles the basketball well, shoots well.
Pass inside by Edwards. Turnaround jump shot, no good by Vaughn. Somehow Vaughn came up with a rebound, goes back up with it and draws the foul. 45-43, Triway with the lead. So that'll send Derek to the free shot line. It's 2 out of 2 so far this afternoon from there. Or let's make that 2 out of 3, I should say. Get a chance to shoot 2. Amish Shakers of Ohio restaurant, where you get real home cooking at the old-fashioned low prices. Open 7 days a week, and we offer seniors discount. Amish Shakers of Ohio restaurant, located on State Route 212 in Bolivar. Congratulations, Trojans, on a great season, as you see Derek convert on his first attempt. Nine points now for Derek Vaughn. Makes good on his 10th. That knots it up at 45 apiece, 4:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pressure on the inbounds play, but Triway just does get it in time.
Get back, guys, get back.
This is Swisher, now against 2 player defenders, coming down for Tusky Valley, shot no good. And Tusky Valley comes up with a rebound. Good job just in time for TV to get back on defense.
Everybody's scrambling for that loose basketball under the iron, Tim. Shot by Vaughn. He's got it.
Derek Vaughn really pumping him through now.
Triway wants a timeout at the 4:17 mark of this basketball game. Tusky Valley on top by 2. 47 for the Trojans. 45 for the Titans. We'll be back for this exciting finish after you watch this.
What a job by Derek Vaughn, who's really found his range. He has 12 points to his credit, all coming in the fourth stanza. The 6'3" senior really has got the rhythm now. And Tusky Valley leads at 47-45, 4:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Remember, Barnhart TV, 120 Central Avenue in Bolivar, your authorized Zenith and Quasar dealer. Stop in today for some great buys on televisions, VCRs, stereos, and radios. And don't forget, we're the antenna specialists, Barnhart TV. Quality sales with a repair service you can depend on.
Okay, Timmy, 4:17 remaining. Triway will have the basketball. Tusky Valley on top by 2. The Tusky Valley Trojan faithful really behind their Trojans.
Tusky Valley getting here off the win against Wheelersburg last Saturday at Athens. And steal on the other end by Matt Edwards, and a foul is going to be registered against Slusser. Good job by Edwards to sneak in there.
And that'll be foul number 3 on Slusser and put Tusky Valley at the free throw line for the bonus opportunity.
As far as Triway, they got here via a couple wins in the regional competition against Oberlin, and also their latest in the regional final, Gates Mills Hawkins. They defeated them 69-55 to earn their berth here. Edwards with the shot, makes good on the front end of the bonus situation. So the 1-and-1 will grant an opportunity now for Matt to shoot the second back end of the bonus.
Count it.
Makes good on the second attempt as well.
49-45, Tusky Valley by 4. What a ball game. This is what it's all about, being here in the big dance. Two good teams, evenly matched, fighting for the right to get into the championship game.
While Benning was trying to get the handle on that entry feed, he got it, and Nils Johnson broke loose underneath and was left wide open.
Steve Franks bringing the basketball down for Tusky Valley.
TV with a 2-point edge. 49-47, Franks drives the lane, up with a shot, pretty shot!
How about that, Timmy? That was an NBA-type move through the paint. Nice touch off the fingertips of Stevie Franks.
What a way to roll it off his fingertips.
Slusser.
Shot by Slusser, no good. Rebound underneath by Edwards, who had the great position and drew the foul. 51-47, Tusky Valley with the lead, 3:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, Joe Kelly, let's get a shot of that scoreboard right now, buddy. Let's show him what a foul looks like. Can you get up there quick? Get that, there you go. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, a sports fan, is what you call a real foul. Right there on the Ohio State University scoreboard. Nice shot by Jumpin' Joe. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's rub our rabbit's foot. Let's do something. We want the Trojans in the championship game, but still, 3:19 is a lot of time to play basketball.
So Willie Jackson will come in. Matt Edwards will go to the charity line for Tusky Valley. Matt Edwards in his last 2 appearances made good on the 1-and-1. Up with the first shot, scores. Matt now with 11 points.
Yeah, let's see what Tusky Valley is made of now. 3:19 remaining. Get in there.
Shot no good. Rebound by Benning. Benning needs help. Gets it out to Swisher. Swisher now to Slusser. Slusser with the basketball. Inside to Benning. Benning turns around, jumps up with a shot and scores.
That was a twister in the air, but like you say, Tim, he got it to drop.
52-49, got the benefit of a good roll off the rim. Tusky Valley with the lead. Vaughn with the basketball, needs to get out of the lane, does so in time. Franks drives.
Nice pass!
Oh, what a dish underneath!
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice pass by Steve Franks. How about that one, sports fans?
That's the second time that combination between Franks and Edwards has worked to perfection this afternoon. Dish underneath that time. Aaron Swisher couldn't get to it in time. Ball goes out of bounds off his fingertips to Tusky Valley. 54-49, the Trojans lead it.
That last pass inside there by Stevie Franks, I haven't seen a pass that good since John Hurst played basketball down at Newcomerstown High School.
Tusky Valley got it in bounds, but a foul is going to be called as Edwards tried to make his way down the court.
That's going to be foul number 4, isn't it, on Slusser?
Scott Slusser has got his 4th personal tag to him now. Matt Edwards a little bit shaken up. He went down to the deck hard.
The official scorer over there has beeped the horn and asked the official to come over. I don't know what the question is, but evidently it's something they want to clarify before they proceed with this ball game. And Edwards on the line, and so far in the ball game, from the free throw line, he's 5 out of 10 for 50%, correct?
Edwards couldn't get the shot to fall.
Man,
Benning with the rebound.
We could have used those two, buddy. We could have been up by 7.
Clock running at 2:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. 54-49 edge by TV. Bowers to Benning. Benning stops up in the paint, up with a shot, in and out. Rebound fought for. Jackson goes back up with it, no good. Rebound by Vaughn. Taylor. This is Franks. Franks, beautiful pass to Edwards. What a combination this afternoon.
Take that one to the bank, sports fans. Take that one to the bank.
56-49, Tusky Valley.
Triway wants a timeout, Tim Torelli. Ladies and gentlemen, what you hear in the background, these people from Mineral City, Zorville, Bolivar from Tusky Valley territory are gone crazy because they lead it by 7. 56-49, 1:58 to play. We'll be back after you watch this.
Stand by, Joe. I need to get some of these patrons in. The Zor Tavern salutes the Tusky Valley Trojans on their tournament success. Open 7 days a week for your lunch and dining pleasure. Relax and enjoy the Zor Tavern, located in historic Zor Village. Also, this portion of the game is being brought to you by the Village IGA Food Liner, Wilkshire Hills, Bolivar, your complete supermarket. We're here to serve you. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, and Sunday, 10 to 6. That's the Wilkshire Village IGA Food Liner, Wilkshire Hills, Bolivar. No one knows Easter like the Twin City Pharmacy, Charlie. You'll find all your favorites. There's Hallmark cards, Russell Stover candy, precious moments, and a complete line of fashion jewelry. All at the Twin City Pharmacy. And we carry a large selection of children's wear from infants to size 10 by Sarah Kent, Brian, and Good Lad. So hop on over to the Twin City Pharmacy with gifts so unique, so fun, and so thoughtful, you couldn't have done any better. The Twin City Pharmacy on Grant Street in Denison, open daily, 9 to 9, Sundays, 10 to 2.
Nice
shot
save.
Saved inbounds by Vaughn.
Nice play.
Franks. Franks quickly down the court, fights off his defender, gets the roll and scores.
How about that, Timmy? 1:40 to play. Tusky Valley by 9.
And with every point Franks puts up, he gets stronger and stronger and gains more confidence. And there he gets in the middle of the things and breaks up the play and gets the steal.
Now what are you going to do if you're Triway? If you're Triway, you got to foul and stop the clock. You got to stop the clock. You're down by 9 with 1:20 to play. You got to stop the clock.
This is Taylor working it out with Franks. We see Vaughn come up now. Vaughn, top of the key. He needs help. Gets it. And Slusser fouls Taylor across the way. Wow. What a burst by Tusky Valley, Charlie.
I'll tell you what, about another 20 seconds, and I'm going to say we'll see you back here in the state championship game. And I say I'm going to wait another 20 seconds because, like I say, I haven't missed a state tournament since 1966, and I've seen a lot of miracles happen.
Taylor misses the front end. Vaughn with the rebound, sticks it back up, was fouled. Oh, I tell you, Tusky Valley doing a tremendous job with their positioning for the rebounds. They really haven't allowed Triway to get the upper hand. And of course, with Benning being in foul trouble the majority of the contest, that really never let them get out of the gate and up and running.
Get in there. Yep. Maybe he heard me. Maybe I made him nervous.
Darren's second attempt good. Darren with 7 points this afternoon. 1:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. TV leads by 10, 59-49. Slessor loses it to Tusky Valley. Taylor comes up with it. Quickly down 4. Oh! Vaughn couldn't get the shot to fall.
Did it go in?
On the second attempt, but that was waved off.
Right, that will not count.
The foul occurred before the second attempt, but it did serve to bring the Tusky Valley fans to life once again. So that really helps boost Tusky Valley and keeps their momentum going. So Darren will get an opportunity to shoot shots at the free shot line. This will be a 2-shot situation. Darren, what a game. I'm telling you what, and especially a timely one, the fourth quarter. 13 points to his credit. 5 for 5 from the free shot line. 5 out of 6 now. Ball rebounded by Triway. This is Jackson. 50 seconds remaining in the state semifinal matchup from St. John Arena. Foul as we come down the floor. Taylor gets whistled with it against Slessor.
Now you see, that's a silly foul, because what it does, Tim, not only do you put them on the line for a chance for them to pick up 2 points on you, you stop the clock. Silly foul, and I'm sure Coach Bobby Von Kennel will mention that after the ball game. Right.
Slessor makes good on the shot from the charity line. Slessor with 23 points this afternoon. He's played a great all-around game. And makes good on his second attempt. He's lived up to all pre-game billings. Benning steals it inside. And he stepped on the end line to force the out-of-bounds play back to Tusky Valley. 48 seconds is all that remains here in the fourth quarter. 60-51, 9-point edge by TV. Vaughn! All alone, up with a shot. He was one-on-one eventually against Jackson, but beat him out.
Okay, now I'll say it, Tim. Tusky Valley is in the championship game.
Benning up with a shot, good. Benning on the stick back makes it 62-53 in favor of the Trojans. No foul across the way. Matt Edwards with it, and he was fouled by Bowers.
How about this, buddy? The Tusky Valley Trojans continue to make believers out of basketball fans. Hey, baby, they're going to be in the big one Saturday.
Of course, you know, some pregame comments from the coaching staff. It's wonderful to get here, Charlie, but since you're here, you might as well make the best of it. That's exactly what Tusky Valley is doing. They're not looking at it just an excitement and thrill to be here.
Yeah, they had, you know, and I'm on the floor before the game talking to some of the players and coaches. They had their heads exactly where they should have been.
Slessor shot no good. Ball goes out of bounds off Vaughn. 11 seconds is all that remains. And now the replacements will come in for Tusky Valley as they will be back here for state championship competition.
Yep, Coach Bob Von Kennel, Coach Swinderman, Coach Spinell, they're all congratulating the guys just coming out of the game. Hey, they played another good game, buddy. Yes, sirree, Bob.
6 seconds is all that remains. Ball jostled around, shot no good at the horn, but that's it. Tusky Valley will be back here Saturday morning at 10 a.m. as they come up with a 62-53 win over Triway. Charlie?
Well, I'll tell you what, Tim, like I said a little bit ago, the Tusky Valley Trojans continue to make believers out of a lot of people. They've had a very good season. They have just defeated a very, very good Triway Titan basketball team. They got to keep doing the things that they've done in the past, Tim, to take them through to that championship in the state of Ohio. They'll be here for the big one Saturday, Tim. Go Tusky Valley Trojans.
And Charlie and I are going to come back with some post-game statistics, and we'll do that and wrap up the contest and look ahead to Saturday right after you watch this. Okay, I'm going to put it in pause. Welcome back to St. John Arena in Columbus. Tim Torelli along with Charlie Jones and Joe Heck as we're wrapping things up. The Tusky Valley Trojans coming away with the win over Triway 62-53. And one of the big points in this contest, Benning was kind of put out of the action with foul trouble. And Tusky Valley all afternoon, very opportunistic as far as the rebounding is concerned. And also the way they dug in, positioning-wise, drawing a lot of player control fouls and forcing the issue basically. And basically, for the most part, controlled the pace and the tempo of the contest to win this one, Charlie.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tim, Tusky Valley, you got some good play today. You got some exceptional play today from Matt Edwards. The Vaughn boys were in there bumping and grinding under the boards. They come down with some key rebounds. They never quit. That's the name of the game. They never quit. Steve Franks, quarterback in the club again today. That once again, Tusky Valley very well prepared. I'm sure Coach Bobby Von Kennel, Donnie Spinell got a lot of videotape on Triway since they are close to Tusky Valley. Very well prepared. They're in the big one now, Timmy, Saturday morning.
And you and I and Joe will be right back here at St. John Arena. That'll be really a pleasure to do that one. And Charlie, the stats really reflect a lot of the balance in Tusky Valley's lineup. 15 points by Matt Edwards. It was in double digits. Derek Vaughn, what a fourth quarter. He had 13 points, all those coming in the final stanza.
Is that right?
Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, Dwayne Warnicki with 8 points. It was Darren Vaughn with 7. David Euler with 3 points. Steve Franks with 8. And Craig Taylor added 6 to the effort. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger for Triway's Titans, Scott Slusser, good all-around performance by Scott. 24 points, played a tremendous game. And also in double digits was Larry Benning with 10 points. 6 of those big slam dunk plays that almost brought Triway back, but they really could never peak themselves and get the upper hand in this contest. Tusky Valley just wouldn't allow it to happen.
I'm excited, Tim. Well, I'm naturally excited about state tournaments, but I'm especially excited this year because of these Tusky Valley Trojans. They were kind of sleepers, but as you say, they're hot to trot now. They may win this state championship. Nevertheless, they are in the big dance. They're going for the state championship, Timmy.
Alrighty, Charlie, we'll see you back here on Saturday morning. And thanks to all of you tournament basketball fans out there in Cable TV2 land for being along with us during our cable cast this afternoon. I'd like to thank Joe Heck for all his efforts here as well, and all the fine people here at the St. John Arena. And again, we'll be back with you for the final on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for replay here on Cable TV2. Congratulations to Tusky Valley. They're not done yet. We'll see them back here. They are winners today over Triway, 62-53. So long, everybody.